Welcome to my views and news. Another video for you. Saturday's third video. Tigray military command just an hour ago released a statement about ongoing war. Some claims have been made by Tigray military command about inflicting losses on the other side. How many soldiers of the other side have been killed, wounded, captured, which areas under TDF, which areas under ENDF, how many tanks have been destroyed. Several points are mentioned in this statement. We'll try to analyze the statement of Tigray military command. Does this statement match on the ground situation? Or is it exaggeration of what is happening in terms of gains or losses? Gains of Tigray regional forces and losses of Ethiopian federal regional forces. Secondly, a new story from Germany, viewers, where we know that opposition and pro-government Eritrean groups have been confronting each other. A few days ago, Eritrean government organized festival in Gießen, Germany was attacked by opposition groups. Now we are hearing that pro-government diaspora groups are planning a demonstration in Germany, in Gießen, where that festival venue was attacked a few days ago. Firstly, viewers, Tigray military command issued a statement today, detailed statement about major fronts where fighting is ongoing. What is Tigray military command claiming and how convincing are these claims? Firstly, we'll have a look at this statement in detail. Afar front is the first front mentioned in the statement. Tigray military command says that the Tigray was never interested in making Afar a battlefield. Tigray avoided making Afar a battlefield. Though Tigray forces, did enter Yalo and Gulina as well in Zone 4. But if you remember, back then I had said that those incursions into Afar were to protect Tigray forces in case of any attack from a far side. Tigray forces did not go deep into Afar, as I have been reporting in Zone 4. So yes, we can say that Tigray forces did enter Afar and displacements were seen in Yalo, Gulina. But mainly Afar isn't the target of Tigray forces in this third round of fighting. Tigray military command says that from a far side, Eritrean military's 5 divisions, infantry divisions with mechanized support tried to move towards Mekele from Birale. And this offensive has failed. I think it was reported by Gata Chorada as well. Read a video on that. Eritreans are there in Afar. They'll keep on denying, but they are there. They've been trying to move towards Agula from Mount Esda, Dacia, Lugdo. They did manage to enter Dacia, but they could not move further towards Agula. And here TDF is holding its ground. I would confirm that TDF is holding its ground on Mount Esda front so far. Secondly, ADRK, again no surprise. I think we reported 4 to 5 days ago that TDF had retaken ADRK. Now Tigray military command is confirming that it has retaken ADRK and surrounding areas too. So no mention of Chubar and Zarima. People were saying, Sajid, Zarima has come under TDF control. Your reporting is very slow. No mention of Zarima so far. Fighting was ongoing between ADRK and Zarima near Chubar. Tigray is confirming control of ADRK and surrounding areas, mainly to the east of Ethiopia mostly, and obviously to the north and northeast as well. Thirdly, Tigray military command says that along entire Tigray river, attempts are being made to enter Tigray by government forces, federal forces, Amhara forces fighting on different places. But Dadabet is still under TDF, and several offensives on Dadabet have failed. Again, that is what is on the ground situation. No surprise, no new development. Fourthly, Wollo. Here again, we have been reporting that TDF is in control of Gobi, Kobo, Robert Kobo. But fighting ongoing mainly to the west of this front, Mount Belago, Takulish, and to the east as well, but more fighting is on western side. So here Tigray military command says that Takulish, Belago, Gobi, Worke, here fighting is ongoing, and TDF is repelling all the attacks. TDF is resisting. We reported about Belago 2 days ago. Fano captured Belago. Then TDF launched counter-offensive on Belago, where some Fano fighters have been killed as well. Belago is volatile overall, you can say. Takulish, Worke to the east of Kobo Robit. Fighting ongoing, but mainly TDF is still in control of these main places, Kobo, Kobo Robit, Gobi. So again, no surprise for me. And that is what we have been reporting, and that is what I think the other side is reporting as well. No one is claiming that Kobo, Kobo Robit or Gobi has come under ENDF or Amhara control. They were saying they were close to capturing. And Tigray says so far it is in control of Kobo, Kobo Robit and Gobi. What about Shiraro? People were asking questions, Sajid, you are not reporting about TDF's recapture of Shiraro. No recapture of Shiraro by TDF so far. Tigray military command is silent. No mention of Shiraro coming back under TDF. It means that Shiraro is under ENDF, EDF. And but 3 days ago, satellite images were shared from Shiraro showing ENDF troops and their military assets deployed in the outskirts of Shiraro in eastern side. So entire Shiraro under EDF, ENDF control. But Tigray says it is fighting in Ediabo. So overall, in terms of territorial control, I don't see any exaggeration in the claims made by Tigray military command. On the ground situation is what is mentioned in this statement, and that is what the other side is saying as well. ENDF, Amhara side, agrees to this picture of on the ground situation. Tigray's main claims, hard to believe, are about inflicting of losses. It says that 93,000 soldiers of ENDF, EDF regional forces, they have been killed or wounded, and 10,000 have been taken prisoner. By the way, these figures of losses are always inflated. No country in the world shares its own losses. It always exaggerates other side's losses and it hides its losses. That is what happens in each and every conflict. So this number could be inflated. But 10,000 POWs might not be inflated. Why? Because Tigray will have to ultimately show where are the 10,000 POWs. There could be thousands of POWs in the custody of Tigray forces. Heavy weapons. This is very important point, viewers. We know that before the start of the third round of fighting on the 24th of August last month, not last month now, this is October, Tigray regional government received weapons from neighboring countries. When I reported the flights, people criticized me. They said, Sajid, you are on the payroll of Abiy government. They have bought you. Tigray did not receive anything. Tigray did receive some weapons from neighboring countries. Which types of weapons were received by Tigray back then? Anti-tank weapons. That is what we had learnt back then, that mainly Tigray's focus was to receive anti-tank weapons, anti-tank guided missiles, which can be fired from the shoulder. One soldier can use these man pads, anti-tank guided, extremely effective against tanks, against armor, very effective. And here the losses claimed by Tigray Defense Force in terms of the tanks destroyed of ENDF and EDF seem to be a hint of that Tigray did receive anti-tank guided weapons from neighboring countries. I heard about that, but I thought maybe at a later stage I would share this with you. And now it's a confirmation for me that EDF and ENDF tanks, especially ENDF tanks, are being targeted. Their APCs as well, they might be targeted. 16 tanks Tigray says it has destroyed so far. 3 have been captured by Tigray forces. Overall, Tigray Military Command's statement is not exaggerated when it comes to territorial gains and losses. Yes, the numbers in terms of inflicting of losses, in terms of inflicting material losses and personnel losses could be exaggerated. Lastly, viewers, Germany, where pro-government Eritrean groups are planning a demonstration against opposition Eritrean groups. In Gießen, Germany, a few days ago, a Eritrean government-backed festival was due to be held. Venue was attacked by Eritrean opposition groups. Police intervened, the festival was cancelled. We have seen clashes between pro-government and opposition Eritrean groups in other countries of Europe as well. In UK, in front of Eritrean embassy, there were clashes between these groups. Police intervened, some were arrested. In Denmark, in Sweden as well, wherever Eritrean government is trying to organize festivals, opposition groups are protesting, trying to stop these government-backed festivals, which are a source of fundraising as well for Eritrean government. Now, pro-government Eritrean diaspora groups are planning a protest in Gießen, Germany. Gießen is the place where government organized, Eritrean embassy organized festival was attacked by opposition groups around 2 months ago. And here on Wednesday, on the 6th of October, a demonstration is being planned. It could lead to once again a confrontation between opposition and pro-government Eritrean diaspora groups. I'll update you on Wednesday about this demonstration in Gießen, Germany. Thank you for watching.